Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Azakim Baruchim, thank you for coming. LaHaShem Arvit, Yeshivath, every night, 9:45, Southwest 40th Avenue, corner of Sterling Road. LaHaShem, we're continuing in Parashat Vayechi, Aliyah Shlishit, specifically speaking, as Yosef noticing. יוסף, חבר'ה, איסי מה אתה עושה? כמה וידאו אתה מפסיק? כמה וידאו אתה מפסיק? אותו דבר, כל הזמן אצלך, אני לא יודע למה. וירא יוסף כי ישית אביו את ידו. לא, תקבל ממני, אתה תצא מפה עכשיו, אוי ואבוי לך. שב בשקט. וירא יוסף כי ישית אביו את יד בנו על ראש אפרים. So Yosef sees that he put his right hand, Yaakov's right hand, on the head of Ephraim and not Menashe. Ephraim was the younger one. Right? What was Yaakov? What was Yosef scared? Maya, Yosef. What is your problem? Yaakov is giving bracha. What's the difference? Malkiel, what's the difference? Is a hand, on what head? He's giving a bracha. He's giving a bracha from Hashem to Menashe and Ephraim. What's the if you're standing on the side?
What's the question?
And your sons are getting a blessing from the Melech HaOlam. Which bracha is giving? Your sons are getting a bracha from Yaakov Avinu, the bracha of Hashem. It's not bracha like you come to me. I understand if you come to me and I give you bracha. Even though it says Al tiyeh birkat hediot kala beinecha, I understand, but it's not bracha of some hediot. Hashem is giving bracha to Ephraim and Menashe. Who cares what hand is where? Be happy. Your children, Reuven's children didn't get this bracha. Shimon's, Yehuda's, Levi's children didn't get. Binyamin has 10 boys. Okay, you say 10 boys too many. Chushim, one child of Dan, let him get the bracha. No, your 2 children getting the bracha. And Vayira beinav v'itmoch yad aviv. He comes back, Yosef says, wait a minute, what's going on here? Why are you putting your right hand on Ephraim? Put on Menashe, he's the Bechor. And it was bad in the Yosef's eyes. Bad? Your children are being blessed by Hashem. What's bad about it? No. The Chazal tell us that Yosef HaTzadik was concerned. What was the concern? The concern was that what was the problem between him and his brothers? His brothers, remember, they thought when they were killing him, they wanted to kill Yosef, they did emet. It's a true judgment. He was the big troublemaker. He was malshin. He was bringing bad reports on them. And Yaakov HaTzadik is going to curse them. So they wanted to remove the takala. But what caused all this? Jealousy. When people are jealous, you cannot see straight things. So Yosef HaTzadik, he says to his father, Abba, lama. What do they say in Hebrew? Why are you bringing it in my house? Masita lano. Ata, what was the problem? Yaakov showed favoritism to Yosef. So the brothers were jealous. So Yosef, Chazal say, Yosef didn't want Ephraim and Menashe to have a war. He didn't want Menashe and Ephraim to have a jealousy fight. And therefore he approached Abba, don't do it. But his father says, there's no jealousy fight here. He says, Ephraim, by the way, Ephraim had bigger numbers than Menashe. A little bit. היה לו יותר משפחה גדולה. Ephraim, Yoshua Benul came out of him. There was a problem with Menashe. What was the problem with Menashe? As we said 2 weeks ago, last week, because Menashe, he translated, he spoke bad about Yaakov Avinu. He said Yosef HaTzadik lost 10 years of his life when he heard his father being called as a slave, and he didn't reproach. And who was the translator? Menashe. Menashe was a translator. So he spoke bad about Yaakov Avinu. He had a lot of bad things in him. Also, when they said the spies, Menashe was the translator. So even though, so he said a bad thing. We know that who were the spies? Hello, Malkiel, let's see if you remember. Who were the bad spies? When Yosef called the brothers spies, what did he mean? He didn't mean spies today. Which spies did he mean? He referred to the Parshah Shlach Lecha. In the Parashah, when the 12 spies went to see the Eretz Israel, and who came bad? 10 bad. So Yosef HaTzadik, he says, you're spies, you're bad spies. He didn't mean now, he meant that generation. But was Yehuda a bad spy? Aaron, was Yehuda a bad spy?
No.
Kalev ben Yefuneh was a good spy. So who came out to be a bad spy? Menashe's child. Ephraim's child is not the fault. He didn't speak. He didn't say a bad thing about the Shvatim. Menashe translated the bad words from Yosef. In the end, from his zera, his child was a bad spy. You see how we're so careful we have to be in anything we do. Everything we do. But over here, Yosef HaTzadik says to his father, I don't want a machloket between them. And his father answered him, this is the nekudah we're going to end. He says over here, what are you talking about? In the Chutz La'aretz, in the Sea Tumah, in the whole of impurities, you have 2 children who are holy. People tell me, Chutz La'aretz, Batem Osim Chutz La'aretz, Ma Chutz La'aretz? Kiddush Hashem, that's what we're doing. We could become holy. People who are not Jewish becoming Jewish, all of a sudden. There's so much. Why? Because it's a Kedusha, there's a holiness that's want to come out, who wants to reveal itself. And what? And that's what the Jews are here for. We're collecting from everywhere. If Rabbi Menashe, Yosef, Yaakov says, they're not going to have that war, don't worry. They're not going to have war of jealousy, who is supreme, who is not supreme. They're both going to be in the nation. They're both going to be part of the Shvatim. And you have nothing to worry about because you were Zocheh to grow holy children. And same way to all of us, B'ezrat Hashem.